Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So today is the day, September 23rd, Bakkt has finally launched, and Bakkt trades 18 Bitcoin in the first 7 hours. That's it. Not only that, Bitcoin price falls below 10,000. Boy, what a lackluster start to this Bakkt thing. Guys, this is the Bitcoin chart on the daily, and as you can see, not much movement with Bitcoin. It still seems to be following that same trend pattern that it has been before Bakkt launch. So is this thing gonna moon or not? Well, the experts say that we have to be patient here. Let me read you a little bit of this. So this essentially just stating, only 18 Bitcoin in volume have been traded since the launch of the Bitcoin futures on the Intercontinental Exchange, ICE's Bakkt platform yesterday. The much anticipated contracts, the first of their kind to be physically settled in Bitcoin, went live 8 p.m. Eastern Standard on September 22nd. So just outlining essentially the first activity on the Bakkt platform. Bakkt is finally launching its Bitcoin futures today. Here's what to expect. So gives you a little background here. After 2 delays and 13 months of questions, the Intercontinental Exchange-backed Bitcoin warehouse and futures contract facilitator is launching Monday, opening the doors for institutional investors to take positions on the cryptocurrency in a federally regulated venue, guys. Trading is set to open at midnight UTC, which is already happening, close at 22 hours. For the first time, interested observers will be able to see just how much pent-up demand there is among big money traders for this hotly anticipated service. Bakkt's data feed will be freely available through June of next year, after which it will require a subscription according to the company's FAQs. So it gives you a little bit of description about Bakkt here and how Bitcoin futures are going to be traded. Then I came down here, the subsection, remain calm, guys. That being said, it is unlikely that ICE's new future contracts will have a significant near-term impact on the general crypto market, particularly given the company is not looking for retail customers. So that's a very important thing to remember. They don't actually cater to us retail investors. They're catering to the big guys. And right now, retail customers make up the bulk of traders currently. So Bakkt anticipates significant institutional demand for its future contracts, though it remains to be seen how significant it actually is. It's a bit of a disappointment. We could see decent trading volumes for the products, said John Todaro, Director of Research at TradeBlock, a provider of institutional trading tools. I would expect, however, that the demand would be somewhat in line with current cash-settled contracts, such as those offered by the CME. Trading volumes for derivatives contracts traditionally outpace traditional volumes seen in the underlying spot market. And as the digital currency space continues to mature, we should see an increase in volume for these products relative to spot over time, he said. However, it is unlikely that there will be an immediate surge in demand. Institutional adoption won't occur with a single catalyst. And so, guys, this is one thing that the top investors tend to do across the board. They didn't get rich by being foolish with their money. And I'm not saying that investing in Bitcoin futures is foolish per se. What I am saying, though, is that if it's something they don't know about or don't understand, it might take them some time to get into the market. And so this is exactly what John Todaro is saying. It will take time for these entities to become comfortable with the asset class, identify strategies that are best used to trade the space, understand crypto market liquidity, and also understand the different regulatory and tax obligations across jurisdictions they operate in. That being said, though, the broader impact of Bakkt is this. Caveats aside, ICE launching futures contracts is a significant move for the industry. Todaro noted that traditional financial institutions are quite conservative. So nothing has changed for these Wall Street types, guys. They're still conservative. Todaro is saying that it will take time for this to occur. The offering demonstrates that more and more Wall Street institutions are taking a close look at digital currencies and want to gain exposure to this new asset class, he said. It is possible that some of the recent positive market moves across digital currencies have been from traders acting on the Bakkt launch. Bakkt's launch may be a positive sign for other highly anticipated products in the US, such as a Bitcoin ETF. Last week, the SEC chairman, Jay Clayton, expressed concerns with the cryptocurrency market's maturity. Derivatives products such as futures contracts are more tightly regulated than the underlying spot market and may be more comforting to regulators and potential institutional customers alike. Todaro concluded by saying this offering, in addition to CMEs, can help regulators become more comfortable with digital asset trading and market infrastructure. So Bakkt has finally launched. We obviously aren't seeing a big move in Bitcoin price in particular. XRP still doing kind of what it's been doing as well. So guys, is this a bust, or is it just going to take some time for it to mature and develop? John McAfee here on Twitter. Bakkt goes live today. It is institutionalized and monitored. It will add new users to the crypto sphere. That's good, but if you are initiated into crypto, then you certainly won't use it and will spend time luring new users into the unlimited crypto world. Of course, if I'm going to convince a new user, and of course, the types of users that I would convince to get into crypto are obviously going to be all retail type people. I'm going to say sign up for a Binance account. I use CoinSquare here where I am. I tell people to use CoinSquare. I'm not going to suggest that they go and use Bakkt. Bakkt is for those institutional investors who have the money but are obviously being very prudent for the time being. That being said, CME Group is launching Bitcoin options in early 2020. So derivatives marketplace CME Group has announced that it will offer Bitcoin on its Bitcoin futures contracts starting in the first quarter of next year. The Chicago-based company first launched its futures product back in December 2017, at the same time as its Windy City rival, the Chicago Board Options Exchange, the CBOE. In its announcement on Friday, CME said the launch of Bitcoin options is aimed to provide clients with additional tools for precision hedging and trading. The launch is pending regulatory review. So we are seeing other groups getting into the crypto space. And again, from what Todaro said here, not this article, sorry, this article here, this is going to have a broader impact on the cryptocurrency sphere. And we see here that, it's already starting to bloom. It's already starting to blossom. I think 2019 was an unusual year. It was a transition year for cryptocurrencies. Obviously, 2018 was that year that, nobody wanted to hear about Bitcoin anymore after the run up in 2016, 2017. People were still quite skeptical. And that was, I think, the most difficult year. I don't want to say the worst year, but the most difficult year to be into crypto. In 2019, a bit of a transition, right? We were going from that negativity near the beginning of the year till now. Positivity at the end of quarter 3 going into quarter 4. So it'll be interesting what 2020 will bring us. It's not that far away, guys. XRP, you amaze me. That's at XRP_you_amaze_me on Twitter. Posted this here. Sit down and shut up and listen. The 250-year-old Lloyds Bank is all in, guys. So I'm just going to play you this clip here from Ed Thurman, head of global transaction banking at Lloyds Bank. Let me just play you this real quickly.
So, we are all in on really thinking through how we develop and deliver the kind of transformation that's going to actually support our clients and support the businesses of our clients.
So that was just a little clip. The interview here is over 6 minutes long, but they talk about the future of fintech, essentially DLT, blockchain payments, everything that Ripple is doing currently. And this is a representative from a 250-year-old bank, Lloyds Bank, saying that these guys are all in on this innovation. They don't mention Ripple specifically, but obviously we know where it's going, considering Ripple is that company that is making these changes occur. I also saw this from the Daily Hodl. Global banking giant says XRP Ledger is a potential game changer. A newly discovered institutional grade report from banking giant HSBC labels the XRP Ledger as a potential game changer that could help cut across corporate boundaries and existing market structures. So let me read you guys a quote from this. DLT can streamline end-to-end value transfers, reducing costs, operational risks, and settlement periods. For example, Ripple's XRP Ledger provides real-time cross-border settlements using tokens that represent central bank currencies, obviously talking about XRP as that backbone to convert one currency to another. The representative from HSBC continues on by saying DLT's ability to establish a single version of the truth, which I found to be a great phrase there, because you cannot hide anything on the blockchain. It is what it is. It's immutable. Nobody can change it. So this allows it to cut across corporate boundaries and existing market structures. One of the most obvious applications for DLT is as a single asset register for an asset manager or broker dealer. This golden source would eliminate internal reconciliations, enhance capital efficiency, and give clients or regulators controlled access to real-time data. Even more ambitiously, mutually operated ledgers could transform clearing, settlement, and reporting for OTC securities and derivatives markets. That is the aim of Corda, an adaptable DLT platform created by the R3 consortium, of which HSBC was an early member. As well as transforming operational efficiency, such a ledger would release huge amounts of capital by reducing settlement periods and giving users a single view of the location and eligibility of collateral assets, essentially bringing banks into the 21st century, friends. And speaking of coming into the 21st century, we have to take a look at this clip here, courtesy of @XRP Community on Twitter. Thanks so much, @XRP Community. A brilliant comparison of then and now. So this is a clip of somebody being interviewed in 1980. So Swift went live with its messaging services in 1977, replacing the telex technology that was then in widespread use. So in this clip, this lady here talks about Swift being at the cutting edge of technology in 1980 and how it is better than telex. It's a 35-second clip, guys. I'm just going to play it for you here.
What are the benefits to the BNZ in having this service?
Some of the benefits I can explain to you are it's rapid, meaning that we can transfer messages worldwide within a matter of seconds. It's standardized, meaning that language difficulties don't become a problem worldwide. We have a secure system. Swift doesn't lose messages for us. One factor too is that it's a lot cheaper to use than, say, by telex.
So get that, folks. It's rapid, it's standardized, we have a secure system, and it's a lot cheaper to use than telex. @XRP Community on Twitter also makes a comment here saying, yeah, that was then, now it's 2019. And in 2019, we have another system that's going to replace Swift. Obviously, technology just gets better and better and better. But I find it great to see these kinds of clips because it really does give you guys some perspective of what people thought in their industry back 30, 40 years ago. Okay, Swift was cutting edge at a time, and it's had its run in the sun. And now Ripple is taking over. Ripple's goal, being publicly stated by people like Brad Garlinghouse, is to replace Swift and antiquated technology with something that the future needs, something that this new generation of money transfer customers are going to want. Instantaneous and affordable money movement. And I got another one here from XRP You Amaze Me. That's @XRP_you_amaze_me on Twitter. Even if Bakkt isn't showing that volume immediately, we still have to remember that Bakkt is officially live, and this confirms 7 things. 1, we were early. 2, we were in before Wall Street. 3, big money is coming. 4, crypto is a new asset class. 5, we were right all along. 6, put your big boy pants on and walk tall, be confident. And number 7, the NYSE knows XRP will be number 1. I still think we're going to see some very interesting things in Q4, even if Bakkt doesn't take off fully right away today or tomorrow or the next day. My thoughts are, and they always have been, that we're going to see some interesting things in the crypto space in Q4. Bitcoin's still hovering around that $10,000 mark. Anyways, guys, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.